Hi, and welcome to this DIY Resin Geode art tutorial. If you are a beginner or a seasoned crafter looking to try something new, this video is for you. I'm going to guide you through the process of creating a stunning resin geode from start to finish. To get started, we will need a few materials: resin, pigments, glitter, mixing cups, mixing sticks, gloves, a heat gun or a torch, and a geode mold. You can find these supplies online or at your local art supply store. The first step is to prepare your workspace. Make sure you have a level surface, cover it with plastic or a drop cloth, and set up your supplies. Then, put on your gloves and mix your resin according to the instructions. We will need to mix equal parts of resin and hardener in a clean mixing cup. Once your resin is mixed, you can add your pigments and glitter to create the color scheme of your geode. You can use any combination of colors you like, and don't be afraid to experiment. Once you're happy with your colors, you can pour your resin into your geode mold. Use a heat gun or torch to remove any bubbles, and spread the resin evenly. Now comes the fun part. To create the geode effect, you'll need to add some crystals to your resin. You can use real crystals, or make your own by mixing resin and pigments in a separate cup and pouring it onto your geode. Use a toothpick or a small tool to swirl the colors and create a natural looking pattern. You can also add some metallic pigments for a shiny effect. After you've created your geode effect, let your resin cure for the recommended time. Then, you can add some final touches, such as a clear coat or some glitter on the edges. Once your resin is fully cured, you can remove it from the mold and enjoy your beautiful new piece of art. Next, we'll want to prepare our resin mixture. We'll need to mix together the resin and hardener in a 1:1 ratio, making sure to follow the instructions on the packaging for the specific product we're using. Be sure to mix thoroughly, but avoid introducing too many air bubbles. Now, it's time to add color to our resin. There are a variety of ways to do this, such as using resin dyes, alcohol inks, or even acrylic paint. Choose your preferred method and mix in your desired colors to achieve the look you want. Once you've mixed your resin and added your colors, it's time to pour the mixture onto your canvas or other surface. Start with a thin layer and use a heat gun or torch to remove any air bubbles. Continue layering and adding colors until you achieve the desired thickness and design. Next, it's time to add your geode crystals. You can use pre-made geode pieces, or create your own by mixing together crushed glass, glitter, and other embellishments. Place them strategically within your resin design to create the geode effect. Now, we'll want to add some finishing touches. This can include adding additional glitter, stones, or other embellishments to really make your geode art pop. Finally, let your resin piece cure according to the instructions on your resin packaging. And that's it. With a little creativity and patience, you can create your own stunning resin geode art. So grab your supplies and get started on your own DIY project today. When working with resin, it's important to take proper safety precautions. This includes wearing gloves, a respirator mask, and working in a well-ventilated area. Always read and follow the safety instructions on your resin product before use. When it comes to choosing your supplies, it's important to invest in high-quality materials. This will ensure that your finished piece looks its best and has a long lifespan. Look for reputable brands and read reviews before making your purchase. In addition to creating resin geode art, there are many other creative possibilities with resin. You can make jewelry, coasters, home decor, and more. So don't be afraid to experiment and see what you can create. If you're a beginner to resin art, don't worry. It may take a few tries to get the hang of it, but with practice, you'll be creating stunning pieces in no time. Just remember to take your time, follow the instructions, and have fun with it. Now, let's dive into the step-by-step process for creating your own resin geode art. Step 1. Prepare your surface. The first step is to prepare your surface. You can use a variety of materials as your base, including wood, canvas, or even a pre-made coaster. Make sure your surface is clean and dry before beginning. Step 2. Create your geode shape. Next, you'll want to create the shape of your geode. This can be done using a pencil and ruler to create a rough outline. You can also use masking tape to create the shape and fill it in with resin. Step 3. Mix your resin. Now it's time to mix your resin. Follow the instructions on your specific resin product, but generally, you'll want to mix equal parts resin and hardener. Stir for several minutes until the mixture is fully combined. Step 4. Add your colors. Once your resin is mixed, you can add your colors. You can use any combination of pigments, dyes, or even alcohol inks to create a unique color palette. Mix the colors into the resin until you achieve your desired shades. Step 5. Pour your resin. Now it's time to pour your resin onto your prepared surface. Start with a small amount and spread it out evenly. Then, add more resin until your geode shape is filled. Step 6. Add your accents. This is where you can get creative and add accents to your geode. You can use glitter, crushed glass, or even small stones to create a natural-looking effect. Sprinkle these accents onto the wet resin and use a toothpick to push them into place. Step 7. Let it cure. Once you are happy with your geode art, let it cure according to the instructions on your resin product. This can take anywhere from 24-48 hours, depending on the product and the thickness of your resin layer. Step 8. Finish your piece. After your resin has cured, you can remove any masking tape and add any final touches, such as a layer of varnish to protect the surface. Your resin geode art is now complete and ready to be displayed. That concludes our step-by-step tutorial for creating your own resin geode art. Remember to have fun with it and experiment with different colors and accents to make your piece truly unique. Thanks for watching this tutorial on DIY resin geode art. Be sure to like and subscribe for more creative content, and leave a comment below if you have any questions or want to share your own resin geode art creations.